How's it? And thank you for looking at my channel page. This channel is all about celebrating the love of the passion and the art of, and the history of photography. It's about the beauty of the still image, and not about lenses and cameras and latest post-processing techniques, but getting back to what is, for me, the essence of photography, and that is the beauty of the still image. How's everybody? Today, it's celebration day, because as you may have guessed, I don't have a mug of coffee in my hand, but I have a glass of Moet Chardonnay champagne, because it is 200,000 subscriber day. Woo! Now, this is not a champagne glass. I'm afraid, as you can probably tell, I don't really the habit of drinking champagne, but we're going to take a quote from Uncle Monty in one of my favourite films, Whitnall and I, saying that I trust the shape will not offend your palate. Now, a huge thank you to to everybody who watches the channel, but a couple of very important thank yous, I think. And to start with, it's this. It's not me. That's me in this photograph, and it is taken by my Scottish grandfather. The WMK on the bottom of this. This is very much in the mold of a camera club photograph, isn't it? It's one of those things. Excuse me, having a quick drink. Anyway, cheers. It's one of those images that's like, it's totally camera club, isn't it? You can just see it. It's all about my hair. I must have been given my hair probably about 4 or 5 when this was taken. And this has been sitting in my parents' house for ages, and now it's been actually 1979. It says on the back. I've just noticed, so that would put me at 5. Yes, excellent. They've got 81, I think, from the Glasgow District Photographic Union, and it was accepted into the annual exhibition. And Poe's come along to say hello as well. So as you may have guessed, this is a bit of an off-the-cuff video today, because I thought we can't just let 200,000 subs pass by without commemorating the occasion, because it's amazing. I can't believe that when I uploaded that first video about Richard Avedon on like the 20th of November 2020, I think it was, that I'd find myself here. But as I said, some huge thank you. So the person who took that's my grandpa Willie. He is the one who got me started on photography, really. So him and my dad, they were the two sort of early photographic figures in my life, and without them, none of this would have sort of started down the path that has led us here. And then for a while, it was just kind of ambled along. Photography wasn't really a major thing, but then, as I've mentioned probably ad nauseum, I ended up at photo school. And it was there that the head. There was a number of lecturers. There was a whole bunch of them whose names they don't escape me. It was Bertie and Voldemar and and Flip and all those guys. But one in particular, Harold Carlson. He was the head of department when I was at photography school, and he was in charge of looking after all of us students. And I wasn't a particularly great student. I was not fantastic. I used to skip classes and all sorts of things. And but he sort of stuck with me, and it planted that seed that has blossomed into this passion and this love that I have for photography today. And that kind of might have just been the end of all of that. But then I thought about thinking about yes, I made plans to make a plan of wanting to talk photography a bit more with certain people. Over the years, I'd kind of realized that actually I was quite fortunate in the background that I had, and it wasn't as commonplace as I thought to know a bit about photography. Here's Bandit, who's the new addition. He's come to say hello as well. He's eyeing this drink. So I thought, maybe I could do what Ted Forbes does. He talks about photography. There seems to be a market for it. But I never thought that it was like a serious option for making a living, for want of a better word. I'd read that you need like 1 million views to make maybe $2,000 or something. And as it turns out, that's it's not sort of far off, sort of things. So I never really considered it. And I remember my wife and I were in the States, in DC, well, Silver Spring, actually, one summer, talking with a friend of mine. And a big shout out to you, Sarah, for being a very supportive friend of the channel. And her daughter wanted to get into Minecraft videos, I think it was. And I remember at the time thinking, no, you can't do YouTube as a career or something. You're trying to be the sensible adult. And it was that conversation that really planted the seed of where we are now, that I actually finally got off my backside during the end of COVID in 2020, when the studio had been closed. And yeah, got cracking with making these videos. So a huge, massive thank you to the pair of them for at least, again, planting another seed in my mind. Then of course, we come to you, right? To you guys who are watching the channel, you're commenting, you're sharing the videos. We don't really see shares, but I'm always, wow, so stunned how many people are sharing these videos. Quite clearly, a lot of you seem to like what I'm talking about. So obviously, without you guys, without the support, without you watching the videos, some of you have been here since the very beginning, and I couldn't possibly actually put names and what have you, because that probably wouldn't be fair, because maybe some of the old timers would sit there going, no, I think. And surprisingly enough, and this is the crazy thing, there have been people who I've met because of the channel who, I in one case, their brother has dated my sister-in-law, but we never knew each other. I mean, it's crazy, right? It's all this sort of stuff, how connected people are. So anyway, so a huge thank you to all of you who watch the channel on a regular basis. And there's a couple of other people who I should mention by name. There's obviously Warren. Warren is so helpful with putting up with all the stuff that happens on the Facebook group, and my inability to respond to emails quickly when he's asking about some things and stuff of that nature. And he does a fantastic job of helping that side of the Photographic Eye community sort of grow and develop. So Warren, a huge thank you to you. Now, there's a person who I haven't mentioned at all, and it doesn't really usually get mentioned on the channel, but that, of course, that's my wife. So Shana, right? She has put up over the last, longer than YouTube, right? Put up with me complaining when videos don't get views, when things just go wrong on the channel, or a comment really gets under my skin and it kind of upsets me, or I feel like I'm just, I'm going in the wrong direction, things. So she has been extremely supportive of me leaving all my recording equipment in the lounge, which hence why I've kind of moved up into the office, of banishing people from the house when I'm trying to record, and basically just trying to grow this community. And it is a community, it's a family. I hope you feel the same way. That this is something that we've been engaged on, together, and Shana's always been there in the background. She's an ear that listens, and has. I think without her, obviously this channel would be poorer for it, because she helps me help you and things. So yeah, that's a huge thank you to my wife. And I just have to say, once again, it just feels like this is a gushing kind of like Oscar speech. So it's not, but I really can't over stress enough how helpful this channel has been for me in rediscovering my own passion for photography, of seeing other people, not here on the channel, but on places like Reddit, what have you, saying how much the channel has helped reinvigorate, inspire them to pick up a camera or to stick with photography, and that is I said that is so heartfelt. I mean, such. I just can't actually adequately explain how much that means to me. And hearing, people who I respect in the photographic world say that, they think I'm doing a lot of good for photography and things of that nature, which is awesome. I love it. I was about to say, like, oh, that maybe I'm not that, but this is a day for celebration and for tooting one's own horn, right? And so, so that's amazing. And, so you have helped me help myself, which is the kind of thing. Anyway, I could waffle on all night. Thank you once again so much for being part of this community. I really, really deeply appreciate it. And here's to 300,000, maybe 500,000, maybe one day 1 million. Who knows? But thank you ever so much for watching, for your continued support, and I will see you again soon.